Spudz and Budz Podcast Episode 1. I am your host, R6 Spud Light, followed by my co-host, R6 Spud Wiser.
Howdy.
I can do it just talk. Alright, yeah. Oh, what's up, Exinox? Welcome to the Spudz and Budz first podcast. How you doing, brother? Lane, this is one of my followers from the gaming side of this, but Exinox, we're gonna be doing podcasts. Lane, we want to do this every Wednesday. What's the?
Maybe. Just depends. I got a tough schedule.
But we're gonna try to do a Spudz and Budz podcast every week. So, yeah. First topic we're gonna talk about here. All right, we have NCAA coming out of the shadows where they've been for years, saying they're gonna make a new fucking game, and I'm fucking hyped.
Yeah, I could agree with that one. That one is definitely something I grew up playing a lot, especially with my dad. I think that was the first game we ever really played together, only game we ever actually played together. And the ass whoopings I would receive from that man, I would throw fits for weeks. I believe I once stabbed a hole in the wall because of it, actually. I can't remember if that's what it's from. We'd have to fact check that with like my mother or sister or something.
See, I'm not gonna lie. Like growing up, I did not play a lot of NCAA. Like sports games, weren't exactly my thing when I first, started hitting up the old consoles. I had a GameCube. Played a lot of GameCube, and then I got a PS2, and when I got the PS2, Guitar Hero was my shit. Guitar Hero and Grand Theft Auto San Andreas.
See, I was not necessarily a sheltered child, but I wasn't allowed to play Grand Theft Auto.
Hang on. I'm gonna take a minute.
Around.
I'm gonna take a minute to answer this question from Exinox. What does Spudz and Budz mean? Well, you see, Exinox, we're the Spudz clan. So, Spudz and Budz, it's just us and, we're just friends having a podcast, wanting more friends to come watch the podcast, drop some questions like you're doing now. So, that's the name behind Spudz and Budz. But back to Grand Theft Auto.
Some good old buds.
Back to Grand Theft Auto. So, with me, I got this a little personal, but don't take nothing about it. I got divorced parents with my dad. Hell no, there's no way in hell I'm playing Grand Theft Auto. But with my mom was totally different. She was like, yeah, you can play this game, just don't go out and do this shit in real life. Like, you got fucking 8-year-old me taking hookers into the alleys, having my way with them and then killing them to get my money back. How do you join Spudz and Budz? You can't really join in to have conversations, but you can keep texting and chat. Any questions you got, just drop them. We'll answer them.
You never know. We might feature you as a guest. You got some good questions. We might throw you in next week.
And also, I don't know if you've done it, Exinox, but in my somewhere on my Twitch account, I do have the Spudz Clan Community Discord linked to where people like you who follow the channel and are here for the upbringing of the Spudz Clans can join into the Spudz chat, talk with us. What's up, Queen? Lane, you know Queen, right? Well, she's the one who's done all the logos for us. Queen's an OG.
Yeah, she's definitely carried us. Grateful for Connor, but Connor has nothing.
Queen has made this.
She is the Spudz clan.
Queen has made this background y'all are looking at, Spudz and Budz. Queen has made my logo. Queen's made the Gaming Potatoes logo. And actually, I don't really have any easily accessible. I might. Let me look. No, I don't think so. She made our Spudz Clan stickers, which if I had any close by, which I don't remember where I put them, but I'd show y'all the Spudz Clan sticker. But they're pretty fucking dope. But
yeah, I can't confirm.
Yeah, just growing up, I played a lot of Guitar Hero and Grand Theft Auto. I remember. Oh, in Star Wars, there was a Star Wars game I had on PlayStation that I played a metric shit ton.
Metric shit ton. Is that right?
Metric shit ton. It's really all I played. And After the PS2, I got an Xbox 360, and that was strictly for like Call of Duty. I don't remember which one it was, but all we played on it was Call of Duty, and then it got the Ring of Death, and that was the end of me ever having an Xbox.
Oof. Yeah, I felt the Ring of Death.
Exonox.
That one definitely hurt.
Exonox is that question directed towards Queen, or is that directed toward me and old Spudweiser here? We'll get back to that. But yeah, go ahead, Lane, on the Ring of Death.
Ooh, what was that question? I'm curious now.
It says, what's your ethnicity? And prior to that, he asked, Spudweiser, that's a question for you. What is your ethnicity?
Ethnicity, let's see. We got some Cherokee in there. Whiter than shit. I'm sure I've probably got a little Mexican in there. Wouldn't doubt it one bit. But I believe that's about it. I don't know. We're all mutts. We all live in America, so we all have about 37 different ethnic backgrounds.
And if I'm not mistaken, Exonox lives in Antarctica. Is that right?
That's badass.
I swear to God.
So he's a Yeti.
I swear to God.
So this man's a Yeti.
You told me you were in Antarctica. You told me it was cold. And I said, well, duh. You live in Antarctica. Like, Arctic is in the name.
I also want to point out, I didn't mean to offend anybody if I called somebody a Yeti. Just want to throw that out there.
Yeah, we ain't out here to offend. We're just out here to vibe. You know, just
there
talk
was
about
a
shit.
South Park episode about that.
And totally.
The whole Yeti talk.
Totally confirmed. This man's in Antarctica. It's in the negatives right now for him. Cold as shit. Yeah, I probably wouldn't be able to find my dick if I wanted to, if I lived in Antarctica.
On a real note, though, you should hey, ask him real quick.
Well, he can hear you.
Do you think a Yeti is that offensive to people in Antarctica?
Hey, I think that's
or
legit.
South Park just full of shit.
I think that's a legit question. You know, this man's from a different country. Maybe they find that offensive.
I just want to make sure before we go any further into the Yeti conversation.
Did you watch a lot of South Park? Oh, he said no. It's not offensive. Like he's straight chill with it.
Okay, sweet. All right, so what's his name on there?
Exonox. Oh, this man's
Exonox.
also.
Okay, I'm gonna have to remember that.
This man's also got a YouTube channel. And if I can't remember the exact number, but he's definitely cooler than us. He's got way more subscribers on YouTube than I do on Twitch. So, you know, appreciate the company and, you know, the follow from this man.
Yeah, for sure. Maybe when I'm not so broke one of these days, I'll send you a sticker or something.
Yeah.
Because going to Antarctica, that shit's got to be like $8.
Yeah, I really question
ship a sticker.
How it would go, like shipping a sticker to Antarctica. Like,
are your mail carriers just like drones or
dog sleds, bro? They gotta be dog sleds.
For sure.
But did you watch a lot of South Park growing up, Spud?
Yes. Not really growing up. Like I said, I wasn't necessarily a sheltered child. But as far as like video games and TV, certain stuff I couldn't like partake in. Like South Park was definitely one. Family Guy as well. I couldn't watch Family Guy. But it makes no sense because my parents would let me watch King of the Hill.
I can understand that. I grew up. I remember as like, oh, hang on, I got to burp. Oh, apologize. I remember like growing up, I watched Family Guy, but I'm gonna put context. Like I was like 3 years old watching Family Guy, so I have no idea like what's going on in it. So like, I feel like my dad just didn't really like have a problem with it, but my sister, who is about 3 years older than me, was definitely no, my sister is not 3 years older than me, because you want to know what's better than 24? 25. Yeah, my sister just turned 25. I hit her with that meme, couldn't resist. But yeah, she's a little bit older than me. She was actually the one who was like censoring me watching Family Guy, and I'm like, yo, why the fuck you doing this? Like, why can't I just watch this? But
wow, so Wendy's a Nazi.
d- d-
She's a
just calm down on
TV
that one.
Nazi.
Okay, calm down on that one. But no, then like once I just got a little bit older, I always watched a lot of Family Guy. Never got into South Park that much. But
No, I'm calling her out on it right now. I'm calling her out on podcast right now. Wendy, if you got an issue with kids watching Family Guy, I will make my son watch Family Guy.
I don't know if she's watching, but I'll definitely like clip this part and send it to her.
Oh yeah, we got to clip it and send it to her. I'm all about the smoke.
But also, me and my on my mom's side, we were like huge Simpsons. Like we were all about the Simpsons. Every Sunday watching the Simpsons. Now, I definitely think that the creator of the Simpsons is a fucking time traveler. And if you tell me no, I'm definitely gonna say you're lying.
Without a doubt.
Like this,
Without a
the
doubt.
Simpsons have predicted more shit than I could count on like both hands. And it's ridiculous. I don't know how they do it. That's why I'm just like so sus that they're a time traveler.
Right, which also kind of hurts my heart because there hasn't been any Simpsons episodes where there's where the Browns are winning the Super Bowl anytime soon, and that one really hurts me.
Dude, when the Browns win the Super Bowl, it's a party. Total
it's
party.
It's not a party. The world ends when the Browns win the Super Bowl. That's what happens.
You're not wrong. But since we're now on the topic of NFL, we have the Super Bowl coming up this Sunday. Chiefs and Bucks. Brady versus Mahomes. Old goat versus baby goat. Who you got?
Don't even. No, stop. You cannot call
all right,
Kermit the Frog baby goat. No chance.
Patrick Mahomes is en route to do some pretty crazy shit in the NFL.
He is, but you can't call him a goat.
So, okay. What if he wins back-to-back Super Bowls? Then can I call him a baby goat?
No.
So then when can I call him a baby goat? And,
when he starts catching up to these people we call goats. Hang on, Tom Brady. And hold on, I don't have to watch the vomit out of my mouth when I say this. Aaron Rodgers.
I'm with you 100%.
I can't stand the guy.
Yeah, no.
But he is a goat.
A-Rod is not one that I like, but you got to respect the game. But the gaming potato also agreed that he was a baby goat. And then this one, okay, I know you're going to say it's full of shit, and I think it's a stretch. But he said he would make the Hall of Fame right now if he quit. No comment?
Oh, yeah, no. I can't. I'm not even going to waste my time on that one.
But who are you picking? I know you're a big Tom Brady fan. I know you're a firm believer. Playoff Brady is a totally
Who am I picking?
Fan.
I'm definitely picking the Buccaneers for sure.
But I'm picking the
that's
Chiefs.
The thing is I'm picking the Bucks. But I'm going to throw up saying this again.
It's one of those.
I think the Chiefs are going to win.
It's one of those you're rooting for the Bucks, but you think the Chiefs are good. I know where you're coming from.
5 sure.
You know, I'm picking the Chiefs. I just think it's going to be interesting, you know. Because, I mean, you look at the Chiefs, you have Patrick Mahomes, Tyreek Hill, Travis Kelce, and then someone who's overlooked, who I feel like doesn't get enough hype on the Chiefs, Mecole Hardman. And, I mean, even they've got two pretty good running backs, Clyde Edwards-Helaire, Le'Veon Bell. I mean,
Le'Veon's washed up. Even though he did like one of my comments on his post like 4 years ago, he's washed.
But and then you flip it on the defensive side, and you got Chris Jones, you got the Honey Badger, my favorite defensive player in the NFL, the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu.
You know, that's just disrespectful to Kenneth Murray. But go on.
I mean, understandable. You know. Kenneth Murray, the old K9.
You wouldn't say it to his face.
Yeah,
I promise you.
My God, you're damn right I would say it to his face. That man could crush me with his pinky finger. But, yeah, and then, the Bucks, they got Tom Brady, Leonard Fournette, Mike Evans. I don't know the Bucks that well. I don't know if you do, so you could probably say a lot more about the Bucks than I can. But
Not really. I don't really keep up with the Bucks too much. My main teams I really keep up with is like Cleveland. I'll keep up with the Chiefs every now and then, just because that's a huge rivalry for Cleveland, especially now. That I
But
mean,
and
we're
see,
looking at a turn of the tide, especially with like the Browns coming up. They're replacing the Steelers in our division. The Chiefs, they're the Chiefs. They're always going to kind of be a powerhouse as long as they've got Andy Reid. As much as I hate that idiot too,
and that's
but
where
he's
like
a damn good coach.
it is very conflicting for me because I on my dad's like I have to split it up like between dad and mom's side so like y'all can get the context. But like on my dad's side, like we are all Chiefs fans, and I was a Chiefs fan before Baker Mayfield came to the NFL. Now Baker Mayfield is my favorite or not even college, but just favorite football player to play in college and in the NFL. Like I fucking love this man. If he asked me to do some such shit, I probably wouldn't argue it. But so like,
Whoa,
of
what
course,
kind of such shit are we talking about? Because now I'm a little worried about you.
hey man, I'll let your imagination do the work. But
Don't do that. That's not a good idea.
But yeah. So wherever Baker goes, I'm gonna be right there with him, and that's what really sucked coming into the playoffs. Which I mean, it was cool that they faced off, but I mean, I'm gonna ride or I'm gonna die with Baker Mayfield. But it kind of sucked seeing him go up against the Chiefs and getting eliminated by them. But yeah, I mean, I definitely agree with you because the Browns have learned a new offense every year since Baker Mayfield's been in the league.
Yes,
And
yes.
now Kevin Stefanski, he's there to stay. They finally get to learn. They get to learn further into the offense that got them to the playoffs this season. So I think, in which we did all that without OBJ, and I think that helped Baker actually develop as a player, not having to always look his way. But he'll be coming back, so
that's another guy. I'm kind of hoping we using a trade for possibly even JJ Watt. There's been a lot of talk around that.
I would be totally okay if we traded OBJ, like without a doubt.
Right.
Like not.
But it has to be a
hurt.
reasonable trade too.
Like I'm not gonna be hurt whatsoever.
I'll definitely have to buy an OBJ Browns jersey to throw in the collection, just because that's kind of like an iconic moment. Dude makes one of the best catches in NFL history, and then he comes to our team. We got to honor that, but I do think OBJ is a little bit overrated.
I'm with you about that 100%.
But hey, he's a Brown for now, so we got to love him while he's here.
Indeed. Going back to the Super Bowl, do you think it's going to be a shootout between Brady and Mahomes, or do you think one team's going to incorporate the run game more?
See, that's the thing is with Brady's age, they have to spread it out. They have to run the ball and open up the passing lanes for him. With Mahomes, he's so young and volatile, he can get around and everything. They can go out there with the gunslinger mentality that they have all year.
Well, have you seen some of the throws this man can make? As in,
okay, yeah. Now you sound like SportsCenter. Calm down.
Well, I'm just saying, like the dude does some impressive shit. Like I know what you think. Like he's got some catching up to do, but I mean, this dude makes some impressive passes. I mean, I'm not even gonna bring in like a no look pass because I've seen Matthew Stafford throw a better no look dime than I've seen Mahomes throw a no look pass, but.
See, now Matthew Stafford, that's another. I wouldn't say GOAT, but he's definitely Hall of Fame material.
And he's
I can't stand the dude.
He's going to the fucking Rams, or I think that's what. Yes.
Yeah, he's going to the Rams, so that's going to change a lot.
See, and like some people have said, like oh well, do you think Matthew Stafford could like actually like play good? I was like, Matthew Stafford's gonna have Cooper Kupp and Robert Woods to pass to. I mean. I think Matthew Stafford's going to be way better. And honestly, I'm not. This is going to be like totally honest. And I was kind of shocked at this trade just because I know with Jared Goff having his thumb injury, they were like using their backup quarterback who was like more mobile. But in the game I watched, their playoff game, which he got a concussion, I think, too. Or, like, he got his neck fucked up. I seen the hit. Yeah, it
Yeah,
looked
he
like
got
it
his
fucking
shit
hurt.
rocked.
But I figured they were going to, like, lean off of Jared Goff and, go with this backup. And then I seen that they trade for Matthew Stafford. Kind of shocked me, but I'm going to be watching some of those games next season because I'm curious.
Right, I definitely did not agree with the getting away from the backup, but hell, you never know. Especially with Stafford. Like I said, I can't stand the dude, but he's definitely damn good.
Oh, yeah, for sure. Shit, lost train of thought. I was about to say something, but I don't even know what I was about to say. Said something. I was gonna say something before we started talking about the Matthew Stafford trade. Fuck it. You know what? Brain dead. We're moving on to the next topic.
Let's just roll with the punches.
Next topic we have is Jake Paul's next fight. It's against Mayweather, right?
Jake Paul's next fight. Let me fact check that real quick. Yeah, because it's a big thing now.
Hey, fact checking is a big thing. Gotta fact check everything. Which I'm pretty sure it's against Mayweather. I seen some talk about it on social media.
Jake Paul or Logan Paul? It's one of the Paul brothers.
I get them mixed up, honestly. Like I know it's
Logan Paul. Okay, Logan Paul's the one that's fighting
Paul's
Floyd.
next fight against Floyd Mayweather. I think dude's gonna get his fucking ass beat.
Oh, he'll definitely get humbled. Like, I don't know, or he's going to use the fame he gets from that fight to just keep running his mouth like he does.
I guarantee you, he probably knows what's going to happen going into the fight, but I'm going to call it a clout fight.
Yeah, it's a lose-lose situation for the whole world, except whoever wins.
Like, I want a knockout first round, and when I mean knockout, like, I want one clean-ass fucking, like, right hand that just folds him where he stands.
Yeah. I want some Iron Mike shit.
I want blood.
But that's just me. I don't know. I can't stand the spoiled little white prick. Oh my goodness. He's spoiled. He came from money, used that money to make more money, and then now he has too much money and too many followers, and he's just gone stupid with it.
Hang on.
But that's just how I look at it.
We have a comment from the Gaming Potato. You have to give a little respect to step in the ring with Mayweather. I don't know if I'd call it respect.
No, you don't.
I think the man's just fucking stupid. That's like...
I would step in the ring for Mayweather for half the money Logan Paul is getting for it. Half of the money. I would take my ass whooping because I know I wouldn't stay awake for more than 30 seconds.
I mean, like...
So it's not like I'm not going to... Like, there's nothing to lose there.
That's like saying me, like... I'm going to start boxing, do it for a couple of months, and then I'm just going to talk major shit until Floyd Mayweather accepts the fight. Like...
A multi-million-dollar fight at that.
Yeah, like, that's not, there's no respect to be paid. Like, the dude's just it's stupid. And, I mean, 100%.
Tell him to bring me my money.
I feel like he knows he's not going to win. But like I said before, it's a clout fight for him. He's going to step in there just so he can get a lot of hype for fighting Floyd, and then I hope he gets knocked out in the first round. In under 2 minutes.
Yeah. For sure, though. But if it humbles him, if he does get his ass knocked out, I will come back and I will eat my words.
Yeah, I mean,
if he stops running his mouth and acting like a child, then I will come back and eat my words. But as of right now, I don't see that happening at all.
Yeah, I don't either. No, not one bit. But also, speaking about fighting, we have one of the most controversial fights. I don't even know if I said that right, but we're going to roll with it. In MMA, words are hard. In MMA. But it wasn't
because... You just ran 7 M's together in a matter of half a second.
But the conflict wasn't about the two fighters. It was because Dana White is like, yo, if you stream the game, we got you. Or the fight, we got you. Like, don't think you can hide. So then we all go to ESPN Plus to watch the fight. And what happens? ESPN servers go down. Like, I'm pretty sure by the time they got up, we had already missed one fight. And I know whenever I was able to watch it, I joined into like a mid-fight. But the fight we were
Right.
talking about is Conor McGregor and Justin Poirier. I'm not gonna lie, I was definitely favoring Conor going into that. I favored Conor in a lot of fights, definitely against Conor McGregor and Donald Cowboy Cerrone. But I'm
Nah,
not gonna lie,
you got to stick with Cerrone on that one. I was definitely for Cerrone.
we
Just because
bet we bet
I
on
look at
that fight.
McGregor the same way I looked at Logan Paul. I did not like the way he acted. He didn't carry himself well at all. And like I know that's a lot coming from me, who's a terrible loser and a terrible winner at that. But when you have that platform and that money, you have to act better than a
See,
3-year-old child.
see, one reason I like Conor McGregor is he's a good shit talker, and I like it when he talks shit. I think it's hilarious, and then he gets the reactions that he wants, and it's just great. It makes for good television. Like, I'm not gonna lie.
That's what
And
I'm saying. Is he's a good fighter, and he's clearly also a good entertainer. But I just, like I said, I can't get behind the acting that he does to promote his fights. That's WWE worthy. I don't know.
I
I
would
don't
say
think
that's a
there's much
stretch
room
saying
for
it's
that.
WWE worthy.
I don't think there's any room for that in the UFC. Like I
See,
like how Anderson Silva and Royce Gracie used to be. They would just go out there, stay quiet the whole time, and let their fighting do the talking.
see, I like the thought when it comes to UFC. Like, you're just fucking two dudes fucking beating the shit out of each other. So, I mean, if you want to go out there and talk your shit, go out there and fucking talk your shit. Like, you literally get paid to get your ass beat. Mad respect. That shit's gotta fucking hurt.
Right? I've never paid somebody to beat my ass. I've gotten my ass beat by a goose, but I never paid for anybody to beat my ass.
We're talking about that right now since you brought it up. This man texts me
About the goose.
and
Oh,
tells
damn
me,
it.
hey, by the way, whenever you come back home, just know I've got to buy you a new coat. So I was like, okay. Why? Man says, all right, it's a long story, and I'm not going to talk about it all right now, but just know I got in a fight with a goose, and it was a definite Peter Griffin versus the chicken type shit. And that's all I'm going to say. So,
Yeah.
lay out the story.
I had my ass whooped by a goose. That's about all I really want to talk about. I don't know. I have bad PTSD from that. Like I didn't sleep at all last night. It's a big shot to your manhood when you get your ass whooped by an animal,
A goose at
especially one
that.
that's a goose. Exactly. I know, a farm animal, animals you can see at the zoo. Not like a rhinoceros or some shit. It's a fucking goose. Doesn't even have thumbs or anything. But so I'm merely intoxicated, and buddy decided, hey, let's go goose hunting. So
All
we
right,
went
we're
goose
going to throw it
hunting.
out there right now. Do not try this at home.
I can't confirm nor deny that you shouldn't try this at home because it was a great time.
Don't try this at
But
home.
anywho, we get out there and we're shooting these geese. Well, I'd shoot this goose 4 times, and I mean you see feathers flying. It was a definite good shot. Well, it started swimming towards the bank, and I'm like, all right, I'm gonna go get this goose. They're circling back around, so we'll get back to business. I go to grab this goose, and sucker just takes off on me. And I'm like, okay, so I'd chase this goose down, or at least try for a good 100 yards. And like I said, I was intoxicated, so I felt like I was flying, but this goose was just putting it down.
Are you in shape? Like, are
And
you mad fit? Or are you like,
no, no. Mm-mm. 3 years ago, that goose had no chance, but today, yeah, he definitely got the better of me. But anywho, so this goose outruns me, and I give up. I'm done with it. Whatever. I don't even care this much. And so we get in the truck and we go to leave. Well, as soon as we pull out of the spot we were hunting, their goose is just laying in the road. So I'm like, okay, you're done. I've got you now. So we pull over and he takes off through his field again. So I'm hot on his trail for another, I'd say probably 100 or so yards, and finally get close enough where I can get a hold of him. So I dive on top of him, get a hold of his neck, and I hit the ground, bust my ass, fucks me up pretty good, right? This goose looks at me and hisses. So I lose my cool and I punch this goose right in the face, like you would a human being. And he hisses again. So I'm on top of this goose, just ground and pound. I'm like McGregor style.
Left and rights or straight lefts or
Oh,
straight rights, you know?
left and rights for sure. It was good combo. So I'm feeding into this man, and finally, I get him to tap. He's done, no longer breathing. Get up, and I turn around. My two buddies are rolling, laughing, and then I could feel the wind hit my back, and that's when I realized I ripped basically the whole back of his coat off. So, yeah, it fucked up my knuckles pretty good from punching the goose and the ground. Oh, what else? I messed up a rib pretty good too. But other than that, that's about it. But even though he's dead, he definitely got the better of me.
Just to make you feel like you're not alone in this situation, when I was about 3 or 4 years old, living in Wasso, Oklahoma, they have a duck park. I don't know if it's still there, but back in the day, back in like early 2000s, it was there. And I went there. It was me, my sister, and my grandmother. And now this is from what I've been told. I had a goose bite me in the ass when I was about 4 years old. And that's really all I can really say about that. But, I didn't try to fight the goose. I mean, I was
I wouldn't advise it.
Yeah.
I wouldn't advise it.
Honestly, I don't think I want to after hearing your story. This is also the first time I've ever heard anyone fighting a bird, and then B, anyone getting their ass kicked by a bird.
Well, now you have, so you can put that in your collection. And anytime you ever run across a bird, just think of that, and think of the outcome, and walk the other way.
Spud, we have a question by a man named
Oh.
Sandy Balls. Are you like half
Sandy
goose
Ball.
mutant now? Kind of like
Half what?
half goose mutant now. So I guess kind of like
Oh,
some
dude, that'd be
Spider-Man
neat.
type
Like
shit.
Spider-Man.
Yeah.
Get bit? I don't know. I haven't tried to fly lately.
Well, did you get bit?
I'm gonna give that one a go. I don't think I got bit. Like I said, I don't know. Shit was pretty intense. So
Maybe you should have like just stuck your arm out and got bit. Maybe then you could fly.
that's a good point. I might have to give that one a go next time we go hunting.
I'm just gonna advise maybe you like try to fly and get a running start instead of jumping off something. I feel like that might not be a very good idea.
I don't know. You could be right. You could be wrong. There's only one way to figure it out. And I'm pretty stubborn, so I'm probably gonna go with my way first, which was to just jump off a building.
Yeah, I know you're pretty stubborn, especially when it comes to driving. We've
I
had
am not.
we've had about 2 instances where shit got interesting. Do we want to tell those stories?
You go for it. I'm sitting out on this one. I'm not incriminating myself.
I'm gonna tell my side. There was once upon a time, me and old Spud here, we were going back to my house, and we were about to pull off the highway to get like onto this road that then connected to the road that led to my house. And when I say pull off the highway, I bet you think like, flip on your turn signal, slow down, safely make the turn. Yeah, that's not what fucking happened. We're approaching the turn. And as I'm saying this, I am seeing it in the back of my head right now. The turn is coming up quick.
Race cargo burger.
And I'm thinking, maybe this man forgot the turns right here. Like, I don't know what's going through his head until we get closer to the turn, and all I hear is, hold the hats. Now, to further explain that, we had hats on the dash. This man told me to hold them. And before I could even fucking question it, what happens? This man rips the e-brake. And we go Tokyo drifting off the highway onto this road. And as I'm going to do it with these hand motions, we go skirt, skirt, skirt. Get completely sideways to the point I'm looking straight down the road and the car is straight across it. And I'm thinking, we're about to fucking die. That was part one. Well, I guess I wouldn't even say part one. That was the one time I thought in that moment we were going to die. But luckily, him being the best, worst driver I know, corrects it, And then, after going sideways, we skirt again, but then we skirt one more time, and on the side of this road is a very, very steep drop off. And we stop right before going over the drop off. And I shit you not, this is like shit you would see at a movie. We both sat back, let out a sigh of relief, and I'm assuming this man takes his foot off the fucking brake because we went straight down that motherfucker. And note, we are in a 2000 Mustang. So now, we've got to try to fucking climb this steep ass hill with this Mustang, and we get about halfway up before we just get fucking stuck. And then this is where we are very lucky that my in-law just so happens to drive right by. And the funny thing is she didn't even realize it was us until I called her to tell her to come pick me up so I could go to my house and grab my dad's truck to go pull him out.
Yeah, David never threw in the fact either. We were also out of school and had to be back within 30 minutes before anybody found out.
So we were, it was during lunch break that happened. Senior year of high school. No, that wasn't senior year. That was junior, wasn't it?
That was junior.
Yeah, junior year. We have another question from Sandy Balls. Did you touch the butt at the drop-off? I'm going to assume that's a Finding Nemo reference. That's the vibes I'm getting. What about you?
I tried. I touched the butt at the end of the drop-off, and it never worked.
I mean, I'm a total ass, man. I touch the butt. I'll always touch the butt. Not even a question.
I'm not even sure if I'm allowed to comment on that.
Honestly, I'm not even sure if I'm allowed to comment on that either. I might get in trouble for that later. But, we're just full sending it on the Spudz and Budz.
You go for it, and I'll support it.
Yeah, and then I'll tell you about how it goes after the fact. But that's story number 1. Story number 2, when we're driving, it's cold as shit. It's iced over. Once again, this happens in the 2000 Mustang. And me and old Spud here, he's driving. We're just riding around. I can't even remember what we were honestly doing that night.
I don't even know where you're going with this one.
This was the time we tried to drift in the ice. And I don't know.
Right in front of a cop?
Right in front of a cop and I know, so it goes 360, 720, and then I think we did 2 more after the fact. We definitely, how we stayed on the road when we did it, no idea. Happy we did. Yeah.
Cop never threw his lights on or anything. Interesting enough about that is I seen the cop, and we live in a small town, so everybody knows everybody. I know the cops.
We know the cop. The cops know us, yeah.
I asked him, I was like, hey, did you see a Mustang, absolutely just shit whip right in front of you the other day when it was snowing and you're sitting in front of the bank? And he was like, man, I'm going to be honest, what time? And I was like, it was about noon. He was like, oh. He's like, I was definitely asleep. He said, that's where I pulled my car to go take a nap.
It wasn't about noon. It was definitely nighttime when we did it. I remember it.
It was not nighttime. Because I know exactly what you're talking about. Because me and Jaden had a very, very close experience to that one. All
right. We have another question, and I feel like this one's going to get a little personal for you, Spud. It is from Walker TR777. And I am told to ask you about the mom car that gapped you.
Okay, that was bullshit. First off, he knows exactly what happened. We both see this mom car, and Walker's like, oh yeah, you could definitely smoke them. And, that already swells my balls up a little bit. And I'm like, you're damn right. I'm not going to back down now that you said something about it. Well, he pulls up a little closer, and you could just hear the rumble. And I was like, this might not go very good. So I punched it a couple times, and he punched it back. And I'm like, all right, old man wants to go. Let's see what he's got. He definitely, I want to say it was what kind of car is that? Dodge Journey with a Scat Pack or something, because he just left me in the fucking dust. I'm talking, I never even got into 4th gear before I let off of it, because I knew I was not coming back from that ass whooping.
Fair enough.
So thanks for setting me up like that. Appreciate it. You're a jackass.
That honestly was unplanned. I was about to say, I've never heard that story.
It hurt. I don't tell it often. It's not something I'm proud of.
Yeah, I kinda wouldn't be either. Especially, it's okay because Walker wants to hurt your feelings. I'm gonna hate on Walker a little bit. So Walker, it was my senior graduation party, which was a night a lot of us don't remember. But it's
Facts.
what happened didn't happen that night. It's what happened the night after when everyone has cleared whatever we did the night before out of our system.
No, we did not. That's a lie.
Well, okay, we were probably feeling the effects afterwards, but Walker comes back to my house to pick up his truck that he left at my house because we're all responsible and we have drivers. Um, and yeah, all Walker had to really do was just back straight out from where he was parked. But instead, Walker just runs right into the back of my dad's flatbed truck, busts the tail light, and definitely. So like there was from the tail light to the edge of the back of the bed where it was at. There's probably about like that much metal. Yeah, there's a clear hole where you can see Walker's bumper just went straight through. And the game potato, I see you say sick invite. Well, you live in Hawaii, okay? I don't know if you would have even came. And at that point, I don't even think we were like talking to each other. So, I apologize, but at the same time, two-way street. I never texted you, you never texted me, so, we're just gonna leave the blame right in the middle. And then
He
don't
came
worry,
a little sideways.
I will talk about my accident that I had. Lane, I don't know. You'll know what
yes.
yeah. Okay,
Yes,
so
because we were leaving tutoring because we were some dumb shits back in high school. We couldn't fucking pass. We had to go to tutoring, that's for sure.
yeah, in high school, we were going to math tutoring. When we were leaving, it was me, old Spud here, and my friend Wyatt. And of course, Lane goes to leave. Lane does a burnout. So then Wyatt does a burnout, and I'm like, well, shit. Now I got to do a burnout. And as I go to back up, all juiced up because I'm excited to do a burnout. I can't. It is nighttime. I do not see this dark silver Nissan Juke parked behind me. And yeah, I crushed the driver's side door. Like it wouldn't even open. But don't worry, my truck was totally fine. I had a small shiny square on the back of my chrome bumper where you could see that I hit it. My truck was totally fine, but that Nissan Juke, let me tell you, they don't make cars like they used to. Because it was
Off-handed. It ended up being like $2,000 worth of damage too.
Yeah, thank God for insurance, right?
Right? Because I remember when we were in, I want to say, chemistry class, and she sat a couple tables across from me, and she was bawling, crying, and I was like, "What the hell is your deal?" And she walked up and showed me the screenshot of the insurance claim, and it was like $2,000, and their deductible was going to be like $600 to cover it. I was like, "Ooh,
Well, hey,
that shit, that hurts."
it's fine. It's in the past. I've hit
It
two
was
deers.
hilarious.
I've hit 2 deers in my lifetime. One almost killed me. Other one definitely could have, but GMC Envoys are pretty stout fucking vehicles. And yeah, that's all my driving. I know the ending to the 2000 Mustang that you had was
Let's not talk
pretty.
about that. Getting gapped by the mom car was enough. We're not going to go into the whole wreckage.
We'll leave it at that. We'll leave it at that. We're bring it out. We'll save it. We brought up him getting gapped by a Dodge Caravan.
Wasn't a Caravan, but yeah.
Well, you said it was Dodge Caravan.
No, Dodge Journey.
Okay, Dodge Journey. My bad. A Dodge Journey.
It's a little bit better, not much, but a little bit.
We're not gonna bring out how the ending to that car went. But what was it that deal? It was the summer of 2017 or 2018. And I want to say it was the summer of 2018. We went to Safari Joe's, the water park, and you just put on like wheel spacers.
Oh my goodness. My spacers that almost caused us to die. That was crazy.
Yeah, go ahead
I
and tell
forgot
that.
about that until you just said
Go
something.
ahead and tell that.
Yeah, so I get these new wheel spacers on, and it's actually my birthday too. So I'm like super stoked to show these bitches off. I'm like, I'm gonna go pick my buddy David up. We're gonna go riding in Tulsa, and we're gonna go to Safari Joe's. And so I pick him up and everything. He checks out. And he's like, "Those are sick." Well, I was, like I said, super stoked. We get to Safari Joe's. We have a great time and everything. And we're headed back, and I notice my car's got this real bad wobble, like really bad.
Yeah, on the way
I was
back,
like,
it
"What?
was very
What
bad.
the fuck is going on?" So I called my mom and her boyfriend, and he's pretty mechanically inclined. And I was like, "Hey, I've got an issue." I was like, "My car it's either about to blow up or fall apart, one of the two." I was like, "I need you guys to meet us in Owasso, figure out what the hell's going on with it." Turns out we did not secure the lug nuts very well on those spacers. So
It was very
two
close
of the
to
spacers,
popping the wheel off and the whole damn
yeah,
thing.
that was an interesting day. You want to feel like a dumbass, just do something like that.
Yeah.
You'll feel like an idiot. It was one of those where you think like, okay, obviously putting these spacers on not much different than putting a tire on. Got to cinch that bitch down pretty good. Yeah, we forgot that.
Yeah, and really that's all the vehicular stories I've got for right now. You got any more?
I can't say I do. I've
All
never really
right.
had good luck with vehicles.
For those of y'all that's in here, drop questions. Ask them, we'll answer them. We'll answer them as we go. But for now, we're gonna be moving on to our last topic of tonight, and that is supernatural shit.
Ooh,
Spud, do you believe
like
in ghosts?
aliens and stuff? Like supernatural? Like, are we talking like unworldly, like aliens and ghosts, or
See, now to me, when I think supernatural, I'm thinking ghosts, demons, all that shit.
gotcha?
So I ask you, do you believe in ghosts?
I don't believe in ghosts. I believe in demons, but I don't believe in ghosts. And I don't want
See,
to hear anybody say, "Oh, those are the same thing," because they're not.
two different things. But before we get into that, we have a question from Queen that says, "What's your favorite color?" But I'll let you go first.
Blue,
Blue.
not like navy blue. I love me a good old navy blue.
See, now for me, my favorite color is a toss up between either blue or red. Now, I would have to say red is probably gonna be number one, but it's a super close race between one and two with blue and red. But red's gonna take the cake for me. But diving in, I believe in ghosts. Um, 2 times I've caught ghosts on camera. And there's still something that I can't really explain a whole lot that is happening that's happened to me. And this probably took place like 5 years ago. Like I want to say I was probably 14 when it happened, and this is why I sleep with the closet door shut. Like never once after this happened have I left it open. Hell to the fucking no. So I'm sleeping, right? And I get in that state where you're like asleep, but you are totally conscious of what's happening around you. And I feel something like touch me on my ankle and go up just a little bit up my leg and then just fully grasp. And I remember like I jumped when it happened, but then I just went right back to sleep. Did I dream it? I don't fucking think so. But
This
it's
man was seduced by ghosts.
I, I mean that's like a haunted house type shit, like that movie where the girl and the dude get fucked by a ghost, but I didn't get fucked. I just got, I guess you could say, sexually touched on my leg.
That's sexual harassment. You should have filed a charge.
I don't think you can file a charge for that. And the Game Potato says ghost pussy's probably pretty tight. Um,
I can see it.
I can see
Like,
it
if
too.
ghosts were real, I guarantee you.
I mean, I believe it, but I don't believe that you could fuck a ghost.
I don't know. It just depends. Like, what if the ghost of the old person was like a prostitute? Do you
I
think they like reboot it once they die?
So okay, we're gonna speak into the future. So when Riley Reed dies, you think she's just gonna be handing out ghost pussy like left and right?
Yes, Without a doubt, yes.
Okay, so now I'm gonna ask you this question. Hypothetically, all right, you know, hypothetical situation. Riley Reed dies and she visits you and wants to hand out some ghost pussy. You taking it?
No.
I respect that. We're just gonna throw it out there, and I know why you're saying. Why the fuck would you say no to Riley Reed? Spud is basically married. Spudweiser here is basically married, and I'm gonna say no as well because I have a girlfriend who's a really, 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 really nice lady, and I ain't gonna do that. So, Lane, you ever used a Ouija board?
No, never will. Negative. I won't even be in the same house as one. You can actually ask Levi Saltzman about that. He had a Ouija board at his house, and he got pissed because I grabbed it, and I can't remember if I threw it away or I burned it. I can't remember, but I know he's pissed because I got rid of it real quick.
I hope you would burn it. Sandy Balls has entered the chat once again, and he's saying he would definitely take that Riley Reed ghost pussy.
What did Sandy say?
He said he would definitely get him some Riley Reed ghost pussy.
Hey, if that's something you're into, go for it, man.
I just can't
say
to each to their own. It's different strokes for different folks.
Right. That's definitely something I think I could do without.
Also, I mean, like, I don't. Hang on. He said something again. He said, "Imagine what kind of otherworldly shit Riley Reed would be capable of as a ghost."
Considering what she's already capable of as a human, now I get what you're saying, 100%, 100%. But I still gotta say no.
And now Queen entered the chat once more, and Queen's even saying she would get some girl on girl Riley Reed ghost pussy. See, now, like, here's the deal. How would you know where to put it? You can't see her. It's a ghost. I mean, I guess the easy answer.
Those you just guess.
I feel like the easy answer to that would be like you would just stand there. Because I mean, think about it. You go to fucking Ghost. How are you gonna do any of the work to something you can't fucking see? Oh, we have questions between chatters right now. Connor has asked, scissor or peg? And now Queen's like, why do I gotta choose? And now Sandy's like, why not both? So
I'm gonna leave that one to you guys.
Interesting
conversation. You guys just duke that one out
in
the comments. You guys go ahead and duke that one out in the comments. We'll move on because I'm not sure how to approach that or anything.
So now, like speaking of ghosts, like, have you ever watched the TV show Ghost Adventures?
Yes, super fake.
You think it's super fake?
Yes.
Why?
Because ghosts aren't real.
See, and that's where I come in and I say it's not fake because I believe in ghosts. Does the chat believe in ghosts? Let's get a poll right now. Does the chat believe in ghosts? Gaming Potato says ghosts are real. 100%. See, okay. Now here's my question, because you believe in demons, right?
Right.
So, do you think when people use a Ouija board, like, that shit's 100% legit? Like, they're not moving it?
Oh, yeah, for sure.
And also, to just chime back in on the poll we got going, Queen, 1,000% they're real. Sandy's 100%. And Enrico Shag Nasty has now entered the chat. First comment of the night, and says 1,000%.
See, I don't know. That's up to you guys. Like I said, I'm a firm believer, and we touched on the topic of me being stubborn earlier.
Okay, so you believe that demons are real. There is a episode in Ghost Adventures where they go. I don't remember where this house is at, but I could probably send you the episode, or we can just watch it whenever I get back home. But they go to this house that is possessed by these, I'm not even gonna say the name because I don't want that. I don't want that evil to be put on me, Ricky Bobby. But possessed by a famous demon, and they use the Ouija board, and I mean, shit checks out. It looks fucking freaky. But they also get some activity before the Ouija board is used. Now,
Yeah, so that would be smaller demons, not ghosts.
okay, so like when you say smaller demons, are we talking like 5-foot demons, and then the big demons are like 6 foot, or
No, I'm talking like smaller rank demons. Like, I look at demons ranks and stuff. Like, the way I would look at it would be kind of like a police force, maybe. I guess that's a way to compare it. Like, you got your head captain, your chief, deputies, lieutenants, and then your fucking new guys.
Okay, do not lose your train of thought. We got some fucked up shit in the chat. Connor,
What do you got?
I might just bathe you in fucking holy water after this comment. He says, my sister made me use an Ouija board when I was a kid in my room, then locked me in the closet.
Bro, that's what's wrong with you. Like, I'm not even going to feel bad or say anything else. I'm just saying that is what's wrong with you. That explains so much.
I mean, can we perform an exorcism on you? Like, can we get a priest to, like, come do an exorcism? Like, we can't even confirm if you're, like, possessed or not, but, I mean, I just want to try it out. Serious questions require serious answers, by the way.
Valid.
I mean, I'm kind of running out of...
Yeah.
Okay, so Connor has replied with, I just choose to ignore that side of the things, but I do believe. Sandy has said, Lane sounds like he watches a lot of Seven Deadly Sins, and Connor agrees we can perform an exorcism on him. Exorcism.
See, that's the thing is I almost don't want to perform an exorcism, because what if it goes like we think it's going to?
I don't...
Then what's our plan?
Do you think it's gonna, like, jump ship from him to, like, me, or to you?
No, I'm just saying, like, what if it's actually there? Like, then what's our plan? Like, this all started as a joke, and the next thing you know, homeboy's actually possessed.
I mean, it's kind of like, I'm going to compare it to, partying underage and then the cops show up. Like, what if it happens and then it fucking happens and then you're just there and then you just got to roll with the punches. So if it's there and, shit gets freaky and, we've got a priest fucking screaming at Connor and we're all like, I'll be 100%. I'll cuddle you in a corner. I'll be scared as shit too. But we just gotta roll with the punches.
David, you are faster than me, but I promise you, if there's a demon in the same room, I am outrunning you without my feet ever touching the ground.
And Connor said, the exorcism has to be on stream, and then Queen
That's
is
loyalty
asked,
to the followers right there.
I'm 100% like, I'm down to stream it. That'd make fucking some great content. But Queen asked, would it change Connor though? And if so, would it be for the better or for the worst? Okay, you want to know what I'm gonna say on this? Would it be for the better? I mean, maybe it would make this man a little less bitchy when we play COD.
Maybe we need something. That's where we'll start. Start small.
Yeah, start small with an exorcism.
If that doesn't work, then I don't know where else you go after an exorcism, but we'll have to figure that out.
I feel like we'll just tackle it when we get there. Talking about starting small, Connor has said, let's start with a blowjob then. I think that's pretty big. I don't think that's small. I think the exorcism is what we need to start with first.
Right.
See, okay,
but
so
hey,
speaking of
you do you
talking about how you're fast as fuck. So Sandy has informed us that it's just a reminder demons latch onto people and not objects, so we can't outrun that shit.
Like I said,
I hate to tell you,
I will outrun you.
I feel like in that scenario, it's going to be one of those, you don't have to be the fastest person. You just have to be faster than the slowest person. Because if you're last in line running away, like, I feel like you're most
whatever's
likely.
Easiest.
Exactly.
Like I said, that's why I'm saying is you're getting outran. Sorry about you, buddy. We've been friends forever, but it's just not gonna go well for you.
Um, so just some, interesting things that are happening in chat right now. So we got Queen saying he just needs to get laid, and Connor responding with, "When you coming over then?"
Whoa. All right.
I'm sorry, Jesus, things are getting sexual. But hey, I mean, he's a male, she's a female.
Right. I mean, it's definitely I guess more power to you. I guess
Once again, teach their own. Different strokes for different folks.
I don't condone it.
Maybe you just like nut in her cooter and escape on a scooter. I don't know.
E. But like I said, whatever makes you happy, you go for it.
And now they're talking about Connor masturbating while rubbing Shag's bald head. Things are getting really weird. You know.
Considering the fact that Shag looks like Johnny
Sins.
Sins, I think I'd pass on. Why are we talking about doing that and touching another dude while doing it?
I don't know, but I just feel like we have to show some respect to the man, the myth, the legend himself, Johnny Sins. Like this he's a national hero.
Right.
It's
He's an astronaut. He's a cop.
Plumber, teacher, like
what can't he do? Really?
Exactly. This man can do it all. Like,
oh my lord.
Is there any more questions y'all got in the chat?
Yeah, we're about to open this up to just strictly Q&A.
Yeah, strictly Q&A. Like we've talked about all the topics we had planned for tonight, so it's strictly Q&A right now. Ask questions, we'll answer.
And if we can't answer them, we'll do our best to fill you in with some bullshit to at least make you feel informed.
Exactly. Hey, I mean, there's, ooh, I think we might have a new match. We were talking about how Shag looks like Johnny Sins, and Queen wants a selfie of Shag, and I feel like if Shag does it, it's just it's gonna be a love story.
Right? Connor, sounds like Connor's got some competition.
Shag, I can't throw your selfie on stream. I'd have to do a lot in order to make that happen, and I'm not that very capable. Like if we had a lot of trial and error just to get this set up for tonight.
Right, we're just a bunch of rednecks with technology. We have no idea what we're doing with it.
I wish I could say he was wrong, but hey, once again, I don't know if y'all heard. This is open strictly to Q&A. We ain't got no questions yet.
He does have a valid point.
If not, then no Q&A, then episode 1's gonna come to an end, and then we all just have to wait till episode 2. But
right, it seems like we got to start living a way more interesting life if we're gonna keep doing this.
Yeah, you're not wrong. These podcasts are a lot of. I've enjoyed this a lot.
I've enjoyed it, yeah, for sure.
When
just been sitting here dabbling in a little bit of Madden, waiting for NCAA to come out.
Here we go. Lane, this is the question, personal question. Connor has asked, when is the last time we got laid?
Oof. 2 days ago, I believe.
Well, you're a lucky man because I am currently in California and my girlfriend lives in Oklahoma. So it's been since April 3rd.
Rip. A moment of silence. Okay, it's over.
But yeah. Been a lot of Pamela Henderson, if you know what I'm saying.
Oh, good old Angelina Jolie.
Never lets you down and never says no. Doesn't complain either.
You could even bomb it out if you wanted to.
Yes, Queen, last year. It's rough. Trust me. I know. Trying to get back to Oklahoma right now. Hopefully I am back. Like, I think it's a pretty good prediction that I'll be back like April, late April, beginning of May. Sandy wants to know if we have our Red Wings.
No.
Negative.
Wait, okay. Which version are we talking about? Because there's two versions. I'll let you bring it up, Dave.
So, like, are you talking about like just strictly having sex with a girl on her period, or getting some sauce on your fingers and then flying away?
Right. Yeah. See. Okay. I'm glad you picked up on that. If we're talking about the first demonstration, yes. If we're talking about the second one, no.
Yeah. First one, yes. Second one, no. So take that as you will.
I mean, we can go 50-50 ball there.
Yeah, I agree with that 100%. Next question. I didn't see this one, but I see it now. Lane, do you take showers or baths?
Both. I literally just got out of a bath 10 minutes before we were supposed to do this podcast.
See, now with me,
it just depends on the kind of day.
I take
like if I've had a rough day, like I don't know if you guys see my tweet, but that's what I said. Like, slapped me on the ass and called me a country singer because I'm 100% Brooks and Dunn with today.
See, now with
so
me,
it was a tough day.
With me, I take showers. I take strictly showers. To me, with baths, I feel like if I take a bath, I'm just sitting in my own filth. But, I'll throw it out there. Like, if I've had a long day and I'm going to take a shower and I'm like dog shit tired, I'm not against sitting in the shower. Once again, that's one of those, different strokes for different folks. But
see, now I can't do the whole sitting in the shower thing.
Lane, when you take baths, do you incorporate bubbles and candles, or one or the
other?
Always. Oh, so it's always both bubbles and candles. What's your favorite candle?
Favorite candle? It just depends. Whatever's there. I really don't care about the smell. It's just kind of the aesthetic of the soothing light.
Okay. Lane, what's your biggest pet peeve?
Biggest pet peeve. Fuck, I don't know. I'm a pretty angry person, so I've got a lot.
Yeah,
I would say bad communication. That one gets me going a lot.
See, I would say, like, yes, that is one of mine, but the first thing that comes to my mind when I think of a biggest pet peeve is when I get hit with one specific letter. And I feel like we all know what that letter is because it triggers a lot of people. When I get hit with just K, bitch, it's fucking on.
Yeah, see, that doesn't bother me too bad because my dad's not very techie. Like, barely knows how to text.
Okay, yeah, parents, so, it's totally different.
So, like, he'll randomly, like, we'll be having a conversation. I'll tell him something. He's like, K. And
yeah,
I'm like,
no.
Okay, well,
parents, it's
he
totally
doesn't know
different.
what he's doing. It's okay.
But
yeah, I
also,
can see where you're coming from on that
we
one.
have another question: is the best place to cry?
Best place to cry? In the vehicle.
Always in the vehicle. In the vehicle, turn on some jams. Like, personally, like,
yeah, for sure.
Depressed.
Especially as an adult, I feel like I've cried more in the vehicle than I have anywhere else as an adult.
I feel like, you get in that moment. For me, turn on Post Malone. Post Malone's got some straight vibes that'll tug on your heartstrings, and then you just let that shit out, and then you act like it never happened.
I don't know. It just depends on the type of emotion that's making me cry, whether I listen to music or not. But 90% of the time, if I'm crying, I'm not listening to music.
Yeah, well, I fuck with that. We also have another question. Best moment of your life so far? I already know what yours is gonna be.
Yeah, having a kid for sure.
Yeah.
If you found somebody you want to have a kid with and you're debating it, do it. It'll change your life forever. Is the best thing I mean, even like nowadays, like I said, I'm a pretty angry person. I just wish I wasn't. I try and work on that. But as far as like every morning, I've yet to have a bad morning once I've gotten like up and around and out of the shower since having a kid. Just because how can you leave the house after seeing your kid that's like so precious and innocent? Like how could you just have a bad day after that?
See, I feel like for me, best moment of my life. I mean, shit, I haven't really had any like super significant, like life changing moments. I guess you could just say when I graduated high school because, I mean, no, like a lot of people in my family thought I was gonna fail high school. Cause
Now, let me also add, since I'm an adult now, and I can say this without any repercussions. Graduating is definitely up there for me too because I got away from bitch ass Kevin Hogue.
oh fuck Kevin Hogue, fuck that man,
Somebody add him.
without a doubt. Kevin Hogue, if you ever end up seeing this, just know I'm the person who wrote on the back of the ruler to go fuck yourself. Okay, I did that 100%. But yeah, I would just have to say for me so far, graduating high school because even after graduation, my own father told me I didn't think you could do it. So it was kind of like a good, like fuck you to the old man, even though I love that man to death. But moving on to the next question. God, why do people want to talk about crying so much? When's the last time you cried?
Oh, last time I cried. Oh, let me think because I don't cry too often. I want to say last time I cried was when Stetson was born.
That's a fair enough answer. For me, this one's pretty deep. I like the only thing I can really give you an exact date, September 13th. I'm just gonna leave it at that.
Okay, no, I can't even. I lied on that one. Last time I cried was Christmas Day that night. We were all at my dad's, and my sister, she was like, "Hey, I got a present for you and Dad to open. You guys have to open it at the same time, though." And I was expecting like a funny gag gift or like something sentimental with just me and my dad or something like that. And
Oh, I know what
so
you're talking
at our
about.
baby shower, my sister gifted us a onesie for Stetson that said "handpicked from my grandpa in heaven." Well, great grandpa in heaven. And she was adamant about like when he was born, need to get a picture of him in that, need to get a picture of him that, send it to me. Didn't really realize why until, Christmas we opened those presents. And she did a great job. Whoever she had did it, shout out to you. Photoshopped a picture of my grandpa holding Stetson and then my niece Kinley. And that one hit me really hard. Like even talking about it now, I'm a little choked up because that one was definitely super special for me.
All right, now
So
we
I
can
bawled like a baby.
we can get out of our fields right here with this question from Sandy Balls. What's your thoughts on the impact of artists such as Post Malone, Jack Harlow, etc., to the hip hop industry and the negative rep they get for culture appropriation? Now, okay, I'm not gonna lie, Sandy, you used a big word at the end right there that's past my vocabulary. If you
Okay,
wanna,
cultural appropriation is like when a white dude gets like braids in his hair or cornrows or waves. I mean, just
so
anything that's basically
I
quote unquote
guess,
started by the black community.
yeah, which we're just gonna throw it out there. No racism, like we're just using putting it in this like term, I guess is the way to put it. Um, in which okay, I'm gonna bring this up because I guess like you want to say like Post Malone like getting braids in his hair. I guess trying to model after like a African American rapper. Uh, I mean like to me. So here's the thing. I'm a pretty like laid back guy when it comes to this. I mean like you got Eminem who's a white rapper in that field and like the language they use and if it's the way they want to dress like I don't know why especially even right now like I mean there's a lot of fucked up shit that's went on right now but like I don't see why everything's got to be like so one way or the other. To me I think all the negative rep they get is unneeded. Like Post Malone's doing what
Right.
he likes. If it doesn't fit his cultural narrative, who gives a fuck? Like, the man's chasing his dream. Let him do it. You
Right.
know?
I can definitely agree on that too. Because
And
like with everything we got going on right now, it's a white dude with cornrows singing rap music. Like if that's the worst thing we've got going on right now, then we're good. But it's not the worst thing we've got going on right now, and that's where I think a lot of people overlook it, and like we just get so caught up in all the small petty stuff, we forget about the big stuff sometimes.
I agree with that 100%. Because I feel like also like with this topic, especially like the way we gotta like explain it, it's gonna be very touchy. Like some people could definitely get offended and think we're being racist, but definitely not the intention.
Right, like, and if you think it's racist too, let us know. Well, we'll
Let's talk
apologize.
about it. I ain't out here to hurt
Yeah,
feelings.
don't belittle me when I don't know something. Teach me.
Exactly. And I mean, like it comes to big news today. Morgan Wallen on tape using a very bad word.
Yeah, fuck that guy.
I mean,
Get him the fuck out of here.
it's
I can't stand him. And then when he did that, I was like, yeah, that's over the top. Like, that's just something white people have been trained for how many years not to use? And I say it like that because how many years was it used derogatory? I don't care if it's not used derogatory or not. You still shouldn't say it.
yeah, but okay, so
Like,
like
that's
then this is also
how we've
where
been wired for the past
like I'm gonna tie
15
in
years.
like Eminem being a white rapper. I've listened to that man's music. He said it, but is it so like would it be like acceptable for him to use that word with his, I guess you could say, career field?
Mm.
See, but then again,
See,
you also have to think though with Eminem whenever he was in his prime, it's a whole different time than it is now.
yeah, for sure. People weren't like so touchy on it, but
People are so
I
damn sensitive these days.
I don't know. That one's kind of tough to answer.
Yeah, but just to like basically sum up that question, yeah, I think any negative reputation that Post Malone or like anyone else is getting, like I don't think it's needed. Like they're trying to do what they want to do. So just fucking give the man the respect. Post Malone's a hell of an artist. I've never listened to Jack Harlow. I'm not gonna cap. Post Malone, I fuck with that man heavy. Moving on to this
I don't even know
question,
who Jack
and
Harlow is.
this is gonna take a hard right turn. What is the darkest thing you've done? And for an example, because this is a question by Queen, she has a friend that's crucified a frog when they were a kid.
That is nothing. Oh, I was such a fucked up kid. Like, I'm surprised I wasn't deemed as a serial killer. I had a goldfish as a pet, and we had to let it go because I mean, goldfish. I don't know if you've had one for several years, but I had this one for like 3 years, and it
Yeah.
got to be super high maintenance. Like, it got so big, cage was stinking. Not cage, the aquarium was stinking. All kinds of shit. So like, my parents were like, "Look, we got to let this thing go. You want to let it go in the creek? That way we don't have to just flush it." And I was like, "Yeah, I'll let it go in the creek." Well, then when I let it go in the creek, I got super emotional and pissed off because, like I said, I had this goldfish forever. So I was like, you know what? And this is why I say when I was younger, I was a little fucking psychotic. My thought process was, you know what? You want to take it from me? I'm going to fuck this fish up. So I caught the goldfish out of the creek and just fucking smashed it against a tree.
Wow. See, for me, I like
But that's the darkest thing I feel comfortable sharing on here without incriminating myself.
see like with me on the other hand, I can't think of anything really dark that I've done. Like I I can't give you an answer on that because I can't think of any time. Any more questions? Because chat has kind of stalled out since we went over these last two questions. Any more? I'm gonna give this like, maybe like 5-ish minutes to let y'all fucking get your questions. God damn it. Ah. All right, Lane. What's 9 plus 10?
Plus 10. That'd be 19.
It's 21.
No, it's 19.
I picked up what you were
That's
putting
why.
down.
That's
but-
why I thought so long on it. Is I didn't want to be a part of the meme. I didn't.
Oh, okay.
I'm not falling for the trap.
He
I'm not a meme.
After your dark story about beating the shit out of a goldfish, which, Shag says PETA has joined the stream.
If PETA joins the stream, let me know.
Bro, if PETA joins
That
the
is one
stream, let
activist
me
group
know.
I will never get behind on anything.
I'll go to blows
Fuck
with PETA.
PETA. PETA ain't shit.
Oh, yeah, I was wanting to ask you this question, Lane, because I heard it today, and I want to see if you can get it.
Shoot.
Believe it or not, the Orlando Magic actually play their games in what city in Florida?
Orlando Magic. Well, the obvious answer would be Orlando, but that's not what I'm going to go with. Give me a second. I'm going to think about this one for a minute. Orlando Magic. I don't know. I'm going to go and say some dumb shit like Tampa.
Well, okay. It's Orlando. See, because, the answer is in the question. And, the way
It is,
the way
but
it's,
it just
the way
throws
it's
you the
worded
fuck off.
throws you off, and you're like, well, oh, shit, maybe they don't actually play in Orlando. That's and of course, I could really just use, Orlando, because if I was the Oklahoma City Thunder actually play their games in what city in Oklahoma, but you already know the Oklahoma City Thunder play in Oklahoma City.
don't know
But
who asked you
the
that, but they
gaming
can go straight to hell.
potato wants to know if we are playing COD tonight.
Yeah. I can hop on tonight, or supposedly our Wi-Fi is a little better than it has been. That's what AT&T said. I don't trust them.
I will be hopping on COD tonight. Once this podcast ends, you're gonna have to give me a little bit so I can, set it up for, Call of Duty streaming. And then I'll be streaming that after this podcast. And Queen wants to know if we knew Vin Diesel had a twin brother. Personally, no.
I didn't know you had a twin brother. I feel like this is another setup prank question.
I feel like it kind of is too. I feel
Because
like
as hard as I bit on the Orlando one,
I got it. The twin brother's name is Twin Diesel.
See, I told you it was a setup.
I see.
I feel like she thought we were so gullible after you asked me the Orlando question.
Oh my
she
fuck!
slid that in
No, I
there.
wasn't right. Apparently, the twin brother's name is Mark Sinclair, and I get it.
I don't get it. I'm gonna have to hit the Google real quick.
I mean, I was thinking of Sinclair, the gas station, but I could be wrong. I definitely could be.
Oh my goodness! I told you it was a setup question. Mark Sinclair is his real name.
Vin Diesel's name is not Vin Diesel?
No.
Yo,
Wow.
Hold the fuck up. You're telling me it's a lie this whole time?
Google it. It's a lie.
I'm probably more upset than I was when I was a little kid finding out WWE wrestlers' real names.
Wow.
Thanks
for ruining my night.
Yeah, Queen. Honestly, fuck you for that one. I'm really hurt. Now I'm just because I've basically grown up watching the Fast and Furious movies, and now Vin Diesel's name isn't even fucking Vin Diesel. Fuck. I'm honestly upset by that one. You gotta ask another question. We gotta get my mind off this. I'm upset.
I'm definitely too deep in thought on that one as well. You're not alone.
Another question. Quick. Stat. One that's not gonna ruin my life.
Yeah, just start throwing questions out there. Anything you want to know, open. Unless it's incriminating or something I just can't answer.
Are we closing out with the man JR Carroll's music?
I'd say we go for it.
I will. And I'm going to play my favorite song, Waiting. That song's a vibe. Y'all are going to hear it.
That song is a vibe.
I'm going to let y'all hear the whole song. This man is a god.
Yeah, I'll try not to ruin your hearing by singing. sometimes
I
you just got the vibe.
I'll
JR,
mute. I'm gonna
he
mute my
makes some
mic.
bangers.
I'm gonna mute my mic when we play it. But face cam will be on. Y'all just hear me. You won't hear me, but you'll see me just straight fucking vibing. Any other questions? Any others? Any others before we end this with JR Carroll? And let me tell you,
JR Carroll.
I'm gonna tell you, if you guys don't listen to JR Carroll, you're gonna want to listen to JR Carroll. He is on Apple Music and Spotify. I mean,
for sure. Definitely go check out JR's music.
I'm gonna tell you, this man's on the rise.
And if you're in Oklahoma too, you could definitely catch him at a couple concerts here and there, and a couple bars and pop-ups. I mean, wouldn't hurt. If you do want to go see him in concert and you just can't afford like an entry ticket to a bar or something, hit us up through the Twitch. Send we'll Spud Light a message, and I'll see what I can do. We can work on Venmo and use some tickets or something. Because if you haven't got the experience to listen to this man live, you definitely need to catch it.
So Queen wants to know what we're doing for Valentine's Day.
Ooh, that's a good one. I don't know. Valentine's Day is a little different for me this year. I don't know how most parents do it, but I know when I was younger, my dad incorporated. Well, I say my dad and mom incorporated me and my sister into Valentine's Day too, by getting us little gifts, the Hershey's Kisses and stuff like that. So with me being first time father, this is our first Thanksgiving together. I'm not sure how I'm going to incorporate both of them in it, but
you just said Thanksgiving. Are you still thinking about
Valentine's
Day?
Thanksgiving too. Sorry, we got to talk about holidays, and Thanksgiving kind of took over because that's
Fun fact,
tier 2 holiday.
Your boy Spud Light, born on Thanksgiving, the year 2000. But also, I'm going to throw out my thought on Valentine's Day. I think Valentine's Day is stupid. Because, everyone wants to go out of their way and do something really nice on Valentine's Day. And to some people, that's the one time a year, they go out and, celebrate their relationship. I don't think it should be that way. Sometimes you just got to go out of your way, do something fancy. And I'm going to, with how my mom thinks, and I'm 100% the same way. Roses on Valentine's Day, unthoughtful. 100%. Now, maybe your girlfriend, fiance, wife, side chick, booty call, likes roses. They love roses. So then, okay, roses are fine. But just think, there are millions of people around the world getting roses at the same time you are. So how thoughtful do you really think roses actually are?
Very thoughtful. So I'm just going to throw this one out there. No, hold on. Don't speed past that. I'm just going to throw this one out there. You brought up the 1,000 million people in the world getting roses at the same time you are.
Maybe. But, I
don't know. Fuck it. Let's send us off a little JR Carroll.
We are going
to fix all of our kinks.
We're going to end it on episode 1 of Spudz Budz. I really do appreciate everyone that stopped in. This has been a lot of fun. Gonna try to do this once a week. Fuck it. If this shit blows up and you want more, just holler at us. Let us know. But yeah, we're gonna send this off with JR Carroll. I gotta get the right song. There we are.
She said she was leaving, I didn't believe it, till I saw that big old dirty meat cleaver hurling at my head at quite a speed. I ducked and hollered, said, honey, you're sure bothered by living for free at the mouth of a holler. She yelled back that wasn't fair, and I had to agree. She said, I ain't your honey, and and I don't think you're funny. I hate all your songs and I don't need your money. And I'm getting out of here to have me some fun. Said I'm tired of waiting on someone who's never gonna change. I'm tired of running around like a fool and a clown, playing all of your games. I'm done with the lying and the crying and the barely getting by. And I may hurt right now, but I sure won't care when I'm high. Well, I said it's interesting that you mentioned this guitar I pick and these songs I've been singing, when you know full well all the sad ones I wrote about you. In particular, the ones that I wrote about cheating and wanting the gal you got no business needing, and especially the one about that girl who can't make up her mind. And I'm tired of waiting on someone who's never gonna change. I'm tired of running around like a fool and a clown, playing all of her games. I'm done with the lying and the crying and the barely getting by. And I may hurt right now, but I sure won't care when I'm high.
And JR Carroll, everybody. I'm Spud Light, followed by my co-host Spud Weiser, and we would like to really thank y'all for joining into episode 1 of Spudz and Budz. Catch y'all next week. We out.